I'm trying to decipher your question, Sherrod. So yes, they did address it. So the yeah, you need to go watch the. I think it was in the end game Landsrad section, which is like 40 minutes long or something. And then there was a Q&A portion related to it as well. I split everything up on YouTube into multiple videos from yesterday's live stream. The short answer is that the Landsrad has. Hang on. Hang on. So, sorry, my wife's alarm was going off. There's the Landsrad governs all of the activities that take place in the deep desert. The deep desert is massive. I mean massive. I think he said it was 24 or 27 kilometers in size. Like, it's massive. And it's broken up into all of these quadrants. And everything refreshes. Everything every single week. Everything refreshes. All the waypoints, all the POIs changes every single week. So the first thing that happens when that refresh happens is all of the players of the servers who want to participate in the deep desert have to start scouting the desert. So you're going to send out your scouts, and those scouts have to map everything. They have to use survey probes, and then they have to make maps. They then have to make copies of those maps to give to each individual guild member who wants to know where those locations are. So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect of it is that the Landsrad has, I think he said, 400 activities that are tied to this randomly rotating series of quests and objectives. And within that structure is like 20, I forget how many, don't quote me on this, I don't have the image in front of me. There's like 20 or 25 houses that make up the factions of Dune on Arrakis. And every week you will be doing tasks for the houses on that board. And the tasks that those houses have you do are completely random. It might be making ornithopters to deliver. It might be crafting armor. It might be harvesting resources. It might be taking over a control point. It might be harvesting X amount of spice. It might be at blah, 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 blah. There is no always winning for any side because the activities change every single week. So it has nothing to do with who's the best players on the server because the activities are completely different. So every week there are all of these different things. So like this week, maybe it's a kill, maybe it's harvest this spice, do this, and maybe the Harkonnens have the advantage this week because they have the numbers to complete the objectives that are in their favor. But next week the objectives are completely random and the objectives might favor the Atreides. It's completely random. And there are no single objectives. There are 400 objectives to choose from. And everybody on the server contributes, not just the guilds. So even individual PvE players can go to the Landsrad, ally themselves with a house, and then pick an objective that they can work at to contribute to help their side win the votes. So it might be making 10 ornithopters and delivering them to some place. So you're going to go back to your base where you have an ornithopter fabrication factory, and you're going to grind your ass off harvesting the materials, and you're going to craft 10 ornithopters, deliver them, get your reward, and contribute to your side winning. It's really, it's honestly, it's a super cool concept, and it eliminates. So the idea of back in the day, like all these other games where it's been like, yeah, we're talking Dune this morning, Transit. It's like the idea in other games in the past, it was all about here's a control point, control the control point. And it's like if a server has heavy, like let's think World of Warcraft for a minute. If your server is heavy alliance, then the alliance are going to win every single time because there's not enough horde playing on your server. It doesn't play like that in Dune Awakening. That's not how it works. So first and foremost, and Joel talks about this, the deep desert is made up of hundreds of servers coming together to access the deep desert. So it's not one server that's accessing the deep desert. It's hundreds. So every server is different. One server might be Harkonnen heavy, the other server might be Atreides heavy, etc., etc. Everybody's coming together on a global scale to contribute to the deep desert and do the lands rad. It's all about the global servers coming together. So it's not like it is in other games at all. So there's no one side gets to dominate because it's not about one server. It's about everybody's contributing to that one space. It's a very interesting concept. But yeah, I've got those videos broken down on my channel from yesterday. I think there's 5 or 6 videos that I broke down. The ones specifically covering the lands rad, there's a trailer that talks about the lands rad that's like 8 minutes long, 10 minutes long, and then there's the in-game lands rad discussion they had, which is maybe 30 or 40 minutes long, and then there's another Q&A that they did at the end, which is like another 40 minutes long or something. I did not watch the interview with Co Carnage yet. No, I didn't have time. I need to find the real shield of Palamedes. He said something about talking to the Menhir, but I don't know how to talk to the Menhir. Well, I am not sure what I'm supposed to do here to... All he said is it must be somewhere nearby. I don't know what that means, so... Let's go talk to the people first. Yeah, I'm going to try to make time today to go through the interview.
Some spare food and coin?
I think it's like 30 minutes long or something. I caught a glimpse that it was live yesterday. Lord Vane is looking for trustworthy allies.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path.
Alright.
Oh, Mother.
So, she's gonna join him. All right. It's still chugging along, Barbarossa. Like, it still needs some more work, but it is what it is. I did some tweaking to some other stuff, and I mean, honestly, it is what it is at this point. I'm gonna play until it gives me a headache, and then go do something else.
Unless Bayor gets better, I'm not opening the forge.
Oh, I forgot about his Bayor quest, which means I have to do his side quest. All right, well, let's go talk to the druid first, and then I'll go work on Bayor's side quest. Yay, fishing pole wherever you just chucked yourself.
Really? What for? The Menhir burns beautifully. Nothing bad can happen now. Ah, yes. That makes sense. I can see it now. And he sent you to me. How unexpected. But honestly, I'm not worthy. And I don't think I ever will be. What use is a scatterbrained pseudo-druid who's been abandoned by Mother Nature? I'd just get in the way. The maggot inside me is to tell Yvain
So he's not gonna want to join. Alright, Ymir won't join at all. I've got to go do his side quest for the kid. Which is fine, because we need to do some harvesting anyway, so... Hopefully we can come across some more of that titanium, because I need it to make that reflex bow. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Maters. I love some good tomatoes, man. Some tomatoes, olive oil, feta cheese, fresh bread.
You
Oh, soldiers. Oh, he's gonna.
You're nothing but a peasant. I see fear in your eyes. I will be your downfall. You're nothing but a peasant. I'll strike you down. I've had worse. I see fear in your eyes. You're nothing but a peasant.
That's right, biatch. Those shields are gnarly, man. Like, you cannot get arrows past those shields. Alright. Moonshine. I could swear there were a couple of more around here, but let's go check the encampment first, because there might be some good as bow shooter. Cabbage, taters, and a bear pelt. I definitely need iron. What do you mean requires a pickaxe? Did I sell my fucking pickaxe? Dude, they need to stop with the really annoying, like, I gotta go back to town. I can't come out here without a pickaxe. Like, I need ore for everything. That is so fucking annoying. There needs to be a separate slot for, harvesting items, for harvesting stuff. Like, don't, I'm nitpicking right now, because that's a silly thing that needs to be fixed in a quality of life patch, which is weapons are weapons, harvesting items are harvesting items. Don't mix the two. The problem is they're doing this in the Unity engine, and they've got a very simplistic tagging system that they've put in place, which tags all crafted weapons, excuse me, all crafting and harvesting items the same as weapons. The problem is I have no fucking clue where I sold. Shit, man. This is like the third time I've sold a fucking pickaxe by accident. I doubt it's this guy. It's probably going to be the... Hashtag rant on. Yeah, he won't even talk to me, so... it was probably this guy over here, if not up top. The problem is I don't know if I can buy back after I've left the vendor. I don't think you can craft pickaxes. I could be wrong. I can check the... Buy back. Did I sell it to this guy? Nope. Some bitch. I'll go double check, but I'm pretty sure you can't craft harvesting items. Which means I gotta run back upstairs and hope that one of those vendors is the one I sold it to. Yeah. I can craft armor and weapons, but I can't craft... Yeah, locking items in inventory would be another solution. But they definitely need to fix that shit, because dyslexic people like me... Oh, hang on, I'm hearing a sound effect right here. I wonder if there's a doorway into this that I missed coming down. Nah, I don't see one. Alright. Maybe it's one of these vendors.
Have some spare food or coin?
If not, I'm gonna be fucked. I need a pickaxe.
Good to see you.
I've not sold anything to her.
Always a pleasure to see you. Hello again.
Haven't sold to him.
You're back. Good choice. What do you need?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, also if I could craft a pickaxe, because it won't let me craft a pickaxe either. God damn it! None of these guys.
Always a pleasure.
This guy does sell a pickaxe though, so at the very least, I'm gonna buy his pickaxe. Fucker. Alright, well, at the very least, I was able to buy from that guy.
Always a pleasure to see you.
It wasn't a pleasure to see you, so fuck off. I didn't want to come back to this shithole, but I had to get my stupid pickaxe. I have nothing nice to say to the peasants of this town. Plebs, how dare you make me come back here. Oh shit, that was a croak moth. That's why it didn't die. I didn't see it. I thought it was a rock. Oh, screw this. These guys take way too many arrows. And the lack of a parkour system is pissing me off because I really this is making the game. I'm having a great time in this game, kids. I know it sounds like I'm just endlessly bitching, but there are lots of little quality of life things that are cropping up the longer I play. Like the lack of a parkour, or not even a parkour, the lack of a mountable ledge system that lets me mount ledges. Like it can literally, like this right here is like This, why can't I jump up? I can jump up sometimes, but like this, why can't I jump up on that? Why? Why can't my character not put his hands up and pull himself up? There is no reason a 2025 game, mantling, thank you. Yeah, why can't, any game launched in 2025 needs to have a mantling system. Even if your development team doesn't have the budget to have a fancy animation where it shows the hand, like, you don't even have to show me the hands. Like, you look down, you don't see this character's feet. The first person perspective in this game is super simple. You don't see hands and feet. You only see, like, when you have a weapon out, right? That's the only time you see your hands. There's no feet. So I don't need to see the hands. Just give me a simple mantling system so that when I jump, but that requires that every item placed in the game has a nav mesh so that the game knows this is a ledge that your character should be able to jump up on top of, and that's programming time. I know, it's a budget issue, but my personal feelings are like, don't fucking go to 25-year-old game design. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't have mantling in the game. Rant off. I love this game, but holy shit, does it really annoying. I said the same thing about Stalker 2. Stalker 2, I don't know if they patched in it. Stalker 2 did not have a mantling system, and Stalker 2 had this horrible thing where, like, if you had to get up and climb, like, if you had to go across, like, the top of a backhoe arm to, like, get on top of a roof, it would literally be, like, 3 inches wide. And if you were too far one side of it, you would fall off. And then I went and played, I think it was Avowed after that. And they've got, like, a 6-foot wide collider on top of any beams that you have to crawl across. And we would look down and see our feet. You could literally be standing completely off the edge of the beam on one side and still be up top, because they realized players need to have a wide space because not everyone has perfect coordination to be able to, stay on top of the beams. So there are lots of little things like that that make the difference between really good game development. This goes back to, is this a game of the year candidate? No, because of little things like that. Is it a really fucking good RPG? Absolutely. But little things like that are why it's not game of the year. And now I can come back here and harvest this stupid ore. I'm a ranty little bitch for staying in the morning. Give me what I want or I'm gonna go to Reddit.